Next one is Poppins. 3 minutes on the clock. 3, 2, go.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dan. This is Alex. We're the founders of Poppins. Poppins is an invitation-based childcare network. I'm actually the father of 2 little monsters myself, and when my son Rory was born, I was responsible for sourcing care for him. I tried all the usual suspects out there for parents today, and my experience was something like this. I post the need for care, and I get absolutely pummeled with responses. There's no control of supply or demand. The onus of pouring through profiles, identifying good candidates, arranging times to connect, haggling over prices on me as the user. If I get through the process and I find a few people I like, I've invested a lot of time, but I'm pretty happy. I go ahead and I engage one of them. They're great. They watch my kids. The next time I need them, they're not available. So do I plan my life around the availability of a caretaker? Or do I go back to the boards and post the need for care again? So we set out to solve that problem at Poppins. Let's take a look. We open up the app. I need care on Monday, so we go ahead and we book an appointment. Put in information about my children, date, time, location of the appointment, and I get a booking estimate. Our rates start at $20 per hour, 100% of which goes to our caretakers. We earn revenue in the form of a monthly subscription fee. We hit submit, our care algorithm goes to work, and it's finding the best caretaker in our care network based on my family's specific needs. We're matched with Lily. I get to read about Lily's background and experience. Why does she love being a caretaker? I also have the opportunity to look at ratings left from other members of the Poppins Care Network, ultimately decide, do I want to accept this caretaker or pass? Lily looks awesome. I'm going to go ahead and accept. And just like that, we have care on Monday. Now, when I'm out Monday, I'm receiving updates from the caretaker letting me know how things are going. There's this constant connection with my children. At the end of the appointment, I receive a recap, a timeline of everything that happened while I was out, a receipt, and I have an opportunity to rate that caretaker. Now, parents absolutely love Poppins. We have the best caretakers around, CPR and first aid certified, reference and background check, subject to an in-person interview. They can have a caretaker at their door in a matter of hours. They have the support of our care team 24/7, and they're saving money using Poppins as compared to other vetted solutions out there today. In addition to that, our service is tailored to every family's needs. They're covered under an insurance policy. Our caretakers love us because we offer flexible scheduling. We bring jobs to them from vetted families. They're covered under our insurance policy, too. They earn 100% of the fees we collect from families. They have the support of our care team, and we offer them free trainings. Now, this is a massive market. There are millions of families living in U.S. cities with little ones, and we actually estimate that there's a $1 billion revenue opportunity here. In addition to that, there's a new age of parents coming up, the Millennials. Speed, ease, convenience, efficiency, these are things that they put a premium on, and they demand an experience like Poppins. It's early days for us. We just launched at the beginning of the year, but we're growing in excess of 10% week over week, and we have our first users on board. We're going to be here the next couple of days. If you're interested in getting involved, joining the community, becoming a partner, please see us in the demo pit, or feel free to reach out to me, Dan at trypoppins.com. Thank you.
Okay. Very well done. Let's put 4 minutes on the clock. Stuart, why don't you start, since you've been going last every time?
All but one. I see your revenue model is really subscription, and you give 100% to the caretaker, but you enumerated the problem of getting the same caretaker back the next time you wanted, and you didn't cover that in the presentation.
Yeah, so we're building trust around our brand as opposed to individual caretakers on Poppins. What we found, our most active user used us 9 times in the past 30 days. She has her favorite caretakers when you rate them. That's taken into account in our care algorithm, so they'll always be pinged first. But she's had 4 sitters in the past 30 days, and she's over that trust barrier, and she just loves our product.
I think this is a really interesting perspective on the whole caretaker environment. How do you plan on infiltrating the market? Because there's already so many companies within the space.
Yes, so we have a really unique approach. We're invitation-based right now, so actually the only way you can get in is if you're invited by another family or caretaker. We're vetting both sides of the marketplace, and we're being very thoughtful about bringing folks on. So if you were to go on and say, hey, I want to join Poppins, to the extent you're not invited, there are all these social cues where you can blast it out on Twitter, Facebook, hey, does anyone have an invitation? I'd love to join. So we're growing that way, by word of mouth and virality. You know, as a parent myself, there's so much power in these, you know, the power of parent groups and mommy groups it's real. So, so we're doing it differently than other services out there right now.
So can you discuss sort of your rollout plans? Is it just one geographic area just to test the model? And
Exactly, city by city. So we're in the process. We launched at the beginning of the year. We're going to prove out the model here in San Francisco and then expand to other major markets: New York, LA, Chicago, Boston.
And how long do you test one market before you'll? So San Francisco.
So our plan, we think the market will be mature in about 12 to 18 months in San Francisco. Another thing we're doing different than competitors, we have a number of ways we're going to monetize outside of care that we'll be piloting in the next 6 to 9 months. So we'll be doing that as well.
And do you allow for parents to basically group children across families, and that way the caretaker can then earn more by getting families that you have 3 kids across 2 different families, or is that something that's maybe down the roadmap for you guys?
So we don't at the moment. I mean, when you start to do that, there's definitely regulatory issues, and are you classified as more of like a daycare than a babysitter or a caretaker? So we don't at the moment. It is something we have considered, but we're laser focused on just in-home care for single families at the moment.
So it seems like a great model, and it looks awesome. I don't necessarily see the barriers to competitors who are bigger or more established taking either the shift in business model or the approach. How are you guys thinking about that?
Yeah, I mean, so they could. This company was very much born out of my frustrations with these major marketplaces. When they've done nothing to regulate supply or demand, it's really just become a very poor user experience. Could they pivot and come after us? I suppose they could, but it's all about execution at the end of the day. And honestly, with their existing products, they weren't able to do it, so it's not something that we're super focused on.
Okay. Let's hear it for Poppins. Well done.